Reggae style.
Back in 2013, a modest two-tone covers band were emerging on the music scene of the northeast of England. After a few lineup changes and a few more years of solid touring, the Skapones have become a bit of a phenomenon. After perfecting the ska covers, the band started work on some original material. By 2017, they were showcasing their new stuff at venues like the world-famous 100 Club and supporting megastar Nutty Boy's Madness. 2018 saw the release of their critically acclaimed debut album, Cradle to Grave, which had 4 tracks in the iTunes reggae charts, 2 of which got to number 1. 2019 saw the band go international with dates in Poland and a support slot on two-tone legends The Specials' 40th anniversary sellout tour. After a frantic summer of gigs and festivals, the Skapones are heading to the USA.
You're gonna get trampled if you live in the past. You're looking at the other half of time is on, but you know damn well when it's gone, it's gone. With the auction of life, one drink with his soul.
We did a gig in Middlesbrough at Dr. Brown's, and we did Cradle to Grave, and someone just videoed on the phone, and they put it on Facebook. And some American guys came on and said, you know, nobody plays that sort of style where they're from. And I said, well, you know what to do, don't you? You need to get us in. So they did.
I've never been to America. I always wanted to go to America.
No, never been.
They'll understand us perfectly.
We speak the Queen's English, didn't we? Like?
Yeah, properly. And I've always wanted to go to New York to buy a guitar. That's, ever since I saw Johnny Marr, it was one of his dreams, and I thought, I'm going to try that. So that's why I'm not photo.
We were in Scotland once and someone said, you're a great band, but you're a bit too English.
You're not going to know what's hit them.
So, the Skapones have landed in the USA. At least half of them have. The other half are flying in from Dublin, a couple of hours behind us. That's me. I'm here to tell the story. First job is to pick up our car and find out where the driver's seat is.
Too fast. That's it, I've done. Do you want to go, mate?
Right, yeah,
It's going right.
We're going left.
Right, we're going right. There's nobody behind us, is there?
I'm a skinny, I'm a rude boy. I've got a crude curve, braces and boots. A button-down shirt and turn-up jeans. I tell you, girl, I've got the looks. From cradle to grave, it's been scarred to turn you away. I've lived a life that I wanted to live.
We arrive at our first hotel in the Jamaica district of Queens. Skapone's friend and supporter, Bobby Rubin, is already here to greet us.
Well, I heard it was quite the ordeal with the car. Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Yeah, not only.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good to see you.
So nice to finally meet you.
It is. Fantastic, love it.
Welcome to the United States.
There's not a moment to waste. Mark and Neil haven't brought their instruments to the USA, so we head straight into the Big Apple on the Long Island Railroad to find a music shop.
We're in New York.
You've even got sirens going, Chris.
We're in New York.
Wow.
After taking in some sights and sounds of downtown New York, we find the store. While Mark searches for his dream instrument, Neil checks out the bass section. Several dollars later, we head back to the hotel. It's getting late, and nobody's heard from the other band members.
John, waiting for higher floor now.
Oh,
No, does that mean he's standing in the queue?
Probably.
Just as we were all about to give up and head to our rooms, they arrive in a nick of time.
Everything good?
quite the car we wanted.
After a good night's sleep, it's an early start for the band. And there's a lot of equipment to fit in with the two new guitars. John's borrowed a trombone and Stephen hopes to buy a sax later today. After packing up both vehicles, they head off to their home for the next 6 days in the affluent New York suburb of Elizabeth.
Continue on Verrazano Narrows Bridge for 2 miles.
Continue on the bridge for 2 miles.
That's a bridge, isn't it?
That's a bridge, isn't it?
Welcome to New Jersey.
New Jersey!
Thank you.
New Jersey! Can I go 23rd Street, New Jersey? 23rd Street! 23rd! You're on the car on 23rd Street, New Jersey!
What the fuck are we doing in Canada? For fuck's sake!
Drive sober or get pulled over.
Yeah, stop doing impressions of Canadian or get ridiculed.
As the first half of the band arrive, there's no sign of the others. Keen to have a look at the new HQ, Mark goes on in.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes.
Fuck me.
This is
What the fuck is this?
Jesus. Wow.
This man,
This is this will, God knows. Let's have a look. There's another room through there, I don't know.
I have some. Look at size of telly!
Just a toilet there.
But don't matter, does it?
Barbecue.
That's me shopping with barbecue.
Is that your room then?
Eventually, the second car turns up. It's safe to say some of the band are very excited by the new abode. Having got unpacked, all the band are getting used to their new surroundings.
So, yeah, we've got rehearsal tonight.
Is that the Washington one, Bobby?
After a quick trip to the nearest food store, the band prepare for the first rehearsal.
Onto Garden Street.
Saturday evening, and we head the 11 miles to Orange, New Jersey. Resident ska band Rude Boy George have rehearsal rooms there. Roger, Mark and Pam from the band meet us.
No, it's around the corner. Not mental at all? Oh, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Gotta live life.
You guys must be tired, so.
You've been here before. Oh, you've never been to the US? Never.
Never.
First time ever.
Ever. Sorry.
Everybody first time?
I was joking. First time in the United States.
You've only been once, haven't you?
Only one time forever, that's right.
You do never got back in at you. Yeah. Possibly, and then just me. But ticket, that's. You can keep up with what we do live.
What I'll do, I'll buy you tenner.
You're just going to go straight bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
Well, just how we play it live, yeah, because I need to know what it's going to feel like.
But Stephen isn't happy with the sax he bought.
Well, I'll buy you tenner tomorrow and I'll sell it off when I get back.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. My wife won't be very happy, but... Oh, yeah.
As the Skapones keyboard player couldn't make the trip to the US, Pam from Rude Boy George and Greg from the Hub City Stompers will be stepping in and use this opportunity to get to know the tracks.
Hang on, mate. Hang on a second. Bass drum, remember? Hello, yeah, I was just
waiting for Mark to get it right.
to play the record. Could be here a long time.
The band plough on, minus Stephen's sax.
She said you be something goes away, but not much away, they're falling for it too late. Just once in a while and now and again, the stars will align and the ship will come in. There's a chance on life, so the odds seem along, cause you don't find well when it's done, it's gone. What goes around comes around, but that's what it seems. Slippery reality and double dream. Life's too short, time travels too fast. You gotta dance, I'll go get your living fast. You're looking at the hours, I'm just how I desire. But I know damn well when it's gone, it's gone. In the ocean of life, I'm drinking his soul. You gotta miss out when the turbo's cold. The race against time, so don't ever forget. Don't waste that moment, that's how far these back. No one's gonna sense. Stop up the vibe, you gotta stay on the fence. You don't know what you got until it's gone. You're right here, I don't know where you're wrong. Time is just turn on and keep marching on. Like I'm ghost of yours, when it's gone, it's gone. 'Cause when it's gone, it's gone. 'Cause when it's gone, it's gone. 'Cause when it's gone, it's gone. That's a new single, that one. Well done. That comes at the end of August, ladies and gentlemen, on download CD.
After a successful evening of rehearsals, Roger kindly invites us all to have a look at his new business venture, just 2 blocks away. He even made it onto the local news channel.
Welcome back to Chasing News. I'm Bill Spadia. A redevelopment project near the train station in Orange, New Jersey is getting set to welcome a brand new craft brewery.
It's not ready yet, but Roger gives us the guided tour.
Whatever these guys.
Yes, we would add a change or something,
Yeah, so back here. So that's our mash tun. So the grain gets crushed in that back room. Stays in the mash tun.
After the tour, it's drinks all round.
Cheers, like a New England. Roger, this is great. This is banging. It's really good.
Thank you. Are we missing anybody? Welcome. Cheers. It's going to be a great new brewery.
To the success of your brewery.
Tour.
Thanks, man.
We look forward to it, man. This is the first.
And to end a perfect first full day in the USA, it's a slap-up dinner in a local tavern.
If it wins the second turn, John, you're going to get full.
It's Sunday morning, and Christian, Greg, John and Alexis have gone with Stephen to the music shop, hoping to get a different sax. Willow, Mark, Neil and Bobby are on the 3-hour drive to their first gig in Harrisburg, the state capital of Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania is in 1 mile. We'll be in the state. Alright.
Across the state line, everything we did in
New Jersey.
New York,
Jersey.
New York,
Jersey.
New Jersey is all, they can't touch us for
Yeah, it doesn't count, does it?
Yeah,
Whatever happened in Jersey stays in Jersey.
yeah. Unless, of course, you murdered someone, in
Yeah.
which case we're still,
Then it's federal, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's still federal, so we're not getting away with that. You haven't murdered anyone, have you?
I have not, no. Not in the last few years.
Not to the best of your knowledge.
Not to the best of my knowledge.
I murdered the guitar last night. I murdered the guitar solo in Living Up. I know that much.
That was pretty much of an understatement, really.
Yeah.
That was butchering it,
Yeah.
put in a freezer,
Yeah.
you know, and then
And
burying it in your garden, being dug up 10 years later when they.
Yeah. And serving it as a meal with guacamole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And father being to a nice Chianti.
They're all cash, aren't they?
$4. Have a good day.
Okay, Andrew, cheers, bye.
Bye now.
Nice one, Mike.
As the band approach Harrisburg, the mercury hits 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Welcome to Harrisburg, everyone.
All right.
None of us can no longer say, I ain't ever been to Harrisburg.
It's good, boy.
With the band reunited, they chill with some beers. Stephen surveys his latest sax. He doesn't look at all happy.
It's good make sax.
In the meantime, support band Fink's Constant keep us entertained. While Willow is determined to leave his mark. But will they win over the locals? After a quick sound check, the Skapones make their first ever live appearance in the USA. After a gig almost as hot as the Harrisburg evening, the band gets some feedback from a few of the locals.
Skapones were great.
Awesome set, guys. Really awesome. Thank you.
Steve Brown just gave me the best compliment ever. Best burgers in Harrisburg. Best burgers in the state. Steve, don't mess this up for me. Skapones! Oh, clean your camera lens for better shots.
Smart discipline.
I tried to be tough.
What sort of photographs do you think I'm taking?
I take all kinds.
Oops, I had it right there, hot man.
Right, that will be on the centerfold of Playboy.
Yeah!
You said I was documenting you, miss.
Oh, really? That's awesome. These guys rock. Listen to Skapones.
Best burger ever.
Best ska from the UK ever.
Well, that's the first gig under their belt. All that's left is a long drive home to Skapones HQ. No doubt there'll be time for reflection in the morning. Monday morning at Skapones HQ, and the band are discussing last night's gig. Stephen's having no joy with his sax.
Stephen, I don't think you did really well last night.
Thank you.
I think you're just being a bit too harsh on yourself.
Well, I'm my own worst critic. Well, I'm probably one less than you.
Me and Johnny the worst critic.
Yeah. It's gone very well. One or two little niggles with the alto saxophone, because normally I play tenor. But I'll get there. Well, just not being familiar with the keys in an alto key and not having the fingerings under my fingers. So, you know, it's that muscle memory and familiarity, if I can say it, of just knowing inside out, you know. With tenor, I know it like the back of my hand. Alto, not so much. Well, I'm going to have to just go through this set 2 or 3 times today, and hopefully that should be okay for tonight.
With Stephen staying home alone for extra practice, and a couple of hours to kill before they need to leave for gig number 2, some of the band head to Liberty Station for a whistle-stop trip around the Statue of Liberty.
When I was young, the world was a fun and everything seemed so black and white. I needed a sound to make my heart pound and make me feel alright. It was that upbeat groove that made me move and colored up my life. That different beat that sounds so sweet that it cuts just like a knife. 'Cause we could ska, 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 ska in our soul. Gonna make you dance, gonna make you smile. Skapones a go-go, 'cause we could ska, ska.
It's early afternoon and the band make the 100-mile trip to the town of Swarthmore in Pennsylvania. With a population of just over 6,000, it really has a community feel, including a swarm of locusts with their electric greeting. My goodness. Swarthmore has its own local paper, which of course, the Skapones get a mention in this week.
Yeah, hello. There we are. It is, it's correct. Yeah. Greg, what's up?
And it turns out that the gig is literally in a museum. So, will the Skapones be collecting dust or making history? Adam Flymo Birch and his band of Versions get the night off to a flying start. That's Adam with the bent trumpet. And once Christian works out where we are on the map and Mark takes a rest, all that driving is so exhausting, Adam joins the Skapones on stage.
Pizza man gotta get up front. Pizza man gotta get up front.
You can put the box down.
No, just right. Everybody hold him up by his legs.
You're a young guy, you can squat.
Here we go. Brilliant.
Awesome.
Very good.
Guys, we're gonna make a move.
Day 5 and 2 gigs in. Is the USA living up to expectations?
America is brilliant. It's been everything I thought it was going to be and more. Just the whole place, the feel, the vibe about it. We're seeing small town America. We're seeing the real America. I'm just in love with the place. After the first couple of gigs we've had, it's been the response we've had has been amazing. The American people seem to really get ska music. It's been hot, it's been sweaty. We've met some brilliant musicians as well. As a gig last night with Adam Burge, who used to play with Specials. That was just something else for me to play with a trumpet player of his caliber.
Yeah, I was thinking that putting some in overnight.
It's big. I'm quite surprised really. I don't know what sort of, I've never been before, so I don't know what sort of, you always get these preconceived ideas of what things will be or what look like, and it's not what I've imagined, and it's very big, very busy, very big. So I don't know, it's, there's a long way to go yet still, but what I've seen so far I've really enjoyed. From I think the first 2 gigs have been fantastic. We've got some nice places, some great little venues, and the people have been so receptive, and yeah, they've been awesome. They've bought plenty of merchandise, and we've sold download albums and sold t-shirts, and it's all about them coming up to us afterwards and saying how well you've done, and the feedback, and so I mean I think listening to personal feedback's the best thing. I mean, the applause and all that's all nice and stuff, but when people actually bother to come across and tell you, how well you've done, I think, and they've all been like that. We've just met simply nice people, and it's a lot of people we've met as well. So yeah, it's because we have something a little bit more unique to what, not unique, I don't think that's the right word, but they're just a little bit different to what they're used to. So I think that helps. Having stupid accents helps. Makes you endearing, I think. No, I think the first two gigs have been really good, better than we could probably imagine. It just changes, so you're always on, and we are in awe a bit. We're on because we've come across to what we would term Americana. You've seen it on the TV, you've seen it in pictures and stuff, but we've seen it for yourself. Red Band in the countryside, you think it's just a twee thing for TV. It's not, it's real, and things like that, and chock full of nuts and Dunkin' Donuts and all that sort of thing, which is typical American stuff. Seeing it in the flesh it's very strange. It's very, very strange. We're a long way from home, and it's just very strange. But it's a nice strange. It's a voyage of discovery at the same time as well.
Thoughts shared, and it's a 3-hour drive for tonight's gig in Baltimore.
And all you Teds, National Front and Natty Dreads, Mods, Rockers, Hippies and Skinheads, keep on fighting till you're dead. Well, who am I to say? Who am I to say? Am I just a hypocrite? Another piece of your bullshit. I'm on the dog that beat, the hand, the man, the beat.
The band would be trying to raise the roof in this wonderful concert hall, and that roof is already pretty high.
need the toilet. Do that It's Skapones in Baltimore. I need the toilet.
Whenever they need the soul.
I can play this chord. There you go. I can play that. C chord. That's a C chord.
It's a toy. They've got a new toy. Where's your towels?
The band take a look around.
If you look at the doors, it all went wrong in here, didn't it? Look at the windows. Not for you. No, I only have the off.
I'm not sure praying will help.
That's what it looks like.
And while the other bands warm up, Christian gives us his thoughts.
It's good, it's very hot. Everything's really cheap, except food. It's about it really. Great, very nice, different. Yeah, it's good. Very good, very nice. It's all been really small places that are all really interesting and old. It's weird because the country's not as old as ours. Everything's older, or looks older at least. Well, I really enjoyed last night when we played in the warehouse. The bloke gave me a t-shirt for free. That was nice, and it fit me, which is nice. And he gave us beer for free as well, and pizza and stuff. And the audience was great, and the band before us were really good as well. And they had an amazing trumpet player, and all of their band were like Deps, so they were sitting in for the other members, but they were really, really amazing musicians. And I filmed it all on my phone, so I'm going to put it on YouTube.
The gig gets underway and it's definitely an eclectic lineup.
Need to leave young thing alone. Ain't no sunshine.
The Skapones' full-on ska seems to be going well, until disaster strikes.
We've just got a technical malfunction.
Apparently we've got a technical malfunction. That sounds posh. I don't know what that is.
The kick drum.
I'm a singer, I just plug things in. Fuck off.
It's totally broken. Oh shit.
The pedal on the bass drum is completely broken. Christian goes off to search for a spare, and Willow tries to fill the silence.
Anyway, we've been very, very well since we've been in America. We've been in America since when? Friday? You got a wonderful country. It's very big. Well, it's very big. I was like, 3 hours? I would be on by now. There was once a guitarist who thought he could play.
That program that's supposed to be like that, but music, that's a good idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support us in any way, shape, way, or form, there is some t-shirts in the foyer. Maybe that wonderful lady down there, Kristen. Bring round applause to Kristen! She saved our lives.
In the nick of time, Christian returns with a new pedal.
Can you use the tom as a
piece of tape would help them keep it from falling apart.
Oh yeah. Oh no, here it's
I told you that one you were messing around.
But can the band lift the crowd for a second time? Looks like the roof is well and truly raised.
That show is absolutely magnificent. I literally danced myself into the chairs, through the chairs, and I just couldn't stop moving. Fantastic, amazing. Thank you all for coming and visiting.
So what's up? This is Marquette. I'm Soul Son from Sinful Soultry. I just wanted to say, the Skapones, fantastic. Vibrations, I could feel it through the music. I could also feel it through the video I watched before I seen them. Crazy. Awesome. Thank you. Bless.
It went very well, and I'm the designated driver, so I'm on lime juice. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Sausage roll.
After some great feedback, we bid farewell to Greg, who's completed his part of the tour.
Good luck, farewell. Skapones rule. Skapones are the best.
After a hectic week, the band have a couple of days off. Willow, Mark, Stephen and Bobby spend their time in the Big Apple.
The things I need to say, to tell what's within my heart, I can't find a way. I fought with my emotions, I've held them deep inside. I didn't want to face what you tried to hide. The girl inside has a fear of what the girl inside knows to do. Far from reality, but always a dream. The girl inside, I hear you scream.
Mixing business with pleasure, they filmed some scenes for their upcoming single video, When It's Gone, It's Gone. Look at you.
Please hold handrails whenever possible, particularly on stairways.
That's where you're going to end up. So yeah, if you want to go down now. Hey, shut up.
Down.
It's gone, it's gone.
Well, they seem to enjoy it. Laying down on the job, there must be a better way to get the shot.
Only at past 12, but I don't care. Here we go. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Look at the Bowie thing. What's that now? Bowie mural.
Thank you, Bowie. Oh yeah, Jim Bowie, yeah.
Are we almost there? Central Park West.
Into Central Park and some more filming for the video. At least I think that's what they're doing.
go through it? Why not?
Reroute.
You'll just reroute.
It's crazy.
Lost us.
No, go.
Wow, look at that. Okay, isn't it? Yeah, there's big car chase scenes. It's been used a few times.
Heading out of the city, we head to Rockaway Beach, mentioned in the specials track Vote For Me. And while Mark collects some sand as a souvenir, the locals have a cheeky game of volleyball.
There are no rocks on Rockaway Beach, but there's definitely some Skapones.
The madness of week 1 comes to a close, and while the band pack their bags for the next stage of the tour, Stephen is putting his sax troubles behind him.
Is it going better for you?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Now I've got a tenner, I'm much happier. It was a case of transpose onto alto, how hard can it be? It's hard. Well, it's harder than I thought it was going to be anyway, for my musical ability. And I wasn't comfortable, I was having to focus and concentrate too much on sight reading. And it was just affecting my enjoyment during the performances. So I've made the decision to go out and buy a tenner and start enjoying myself. And I'm much more relaxed now. I've got the tenner. Get over this cold, it'll help as well. And now I'm proper skinner, which is even better.
After a dawn start, the band depart New York for Chicago and the next leg of the tour. While some of the band are obviously still tired, Mark is keen to get some more video footage for the single and charms the cabin crew into letting us film Stephen with his sax. At 36,000 feet, it seems a few people are making a video of their own. After landing at O'Hare Airport and picking up a 15-seat minibus in what must be the biggest rental car park in the world, the band head to downtown Chicago and their next adventure. We're outside the night's venue. Now we just need to find our accommodation. Accommodation found. The band grabbed their luggage. And there's plenty of it. But there's a problem. 9 people and just 2 bedrooms. Accommodation sorted and the band chill out ahead of their biggest gig of the tour yet. But will it be their kind of town? The band have arrived in Chicago, birthplace of Al Capone. It's a huge gig for the band. They're playing in Reggie's, one of the hottest venues in town, and a big crowd is expected. Next door to the venue, some of the band are hoping they're not on a slippery slope.
Right, look, you're going down the slope, right, and you're on some skis, and one ski falls off.
Yeah, going down a slippery slope. Then I'm skiing on one ski.
And you go, oh, yeah. Good, well, I'm a goner here.
No, I'm not. I can ski on one ski.
But the other one falls off.
Then they can walk.
No, it's when you're only doing something on that one straight down.
I can walk.
As darkness falls, the venue is starting to fill up. It's a big night with 3 other huge acts joining the Skapones. Chicago band The Crombies, Nick Welsh, all the way from London, and kicking off the night, Rude Boy George.
I better ask for this. I made myself so sick. I wish I'd stay asleep today. I never thought this day would end. I never thought tonight could ever be this close to me. Yeah, I saw you watching the other night. I saw somebody holding tight. Come on, Chicago, this is Sky, let me see you move! Oh yeah, from the streets of Jamaica, right, and this one's called Boris Johnson is a cunt. It's your future, the police. Sorry, you haven't got a clue. Sorry, can't you see? Sorry, you're not sorry, politician, but can't you be so? People scream and shout, we want the government out. We're in the press, without a doubt, we want the government out.
you guys?
I'm Joe. You were on the plane today, weren't you?
Yes, I was on the plane today, yes.
And you came?
I came. I couldn't miss the show, awesome.
And what did you reckon of it?
What's that?
What did you think of the show?
The show was great. I'm actually going to go to the New York show in Brooklyn.
You're kidding?
Yeah.
Wow,
That's
awesome.
where I'm from. I'm going to go there next week.
Can I ask what you thought of the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to whistle? Where are you from? That's what I thought of the show.
Another roaring success, and it's a long day ahead tomorrow. It's the morning after the night before. The band have a quick tour of downtown Chicago. It's going to be a long day. Along with Rude Boy George, the band hit the road for a grueling 5-hour drive to Detroit, but not before a hearty lunch in a typical US diner. Roger breaks the news that they don't have a table for 16. So we need to wait for about 15 minutes. How will we pass the time? Fortunately, the longest train in the US keeps us amused with a drive past. Tables found, we get to eat.
I mean, is that jam?
Belly's full and back on the road. Willow does some research on our next destination.
If you've been following the Detroit news recently, you'll know there's no real reason to go into the city's red zone, which is gang turf for the 7 Mile Bloods, who significantly elevate the Detroit crime with their drug dealers and shooting. Specific area to avoid is east of Glacier Avenue or something, west of Kelly Road.
I guess where Neil and Christian was going to end up when Neil goes looking for cigarettes. Oh shit!
Other crime-ridden neighbourhoods to avoid in Detroit include Forest Park, Chaldine Town, Port Town East, Milwaukee Junction and Ortesco.
Finally, we arrive in Detroit and more unloading.
Yes.
We haven't moved. Oh, we have.
Yeah.
This lifts like the Empire State. Flying machine.
Stephen seems to have a new fan.
Like, where are you guys from?
England.
England.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're playing where?
Detroit tonight.
Detroit.
Detroit. Where in Detroit?
PJ's Lager House.
PJ's Lager House.
Yeah.
You guys came all the way here from London to play here.
Oh no, we're not from London.
Where are you from again?
Northeast of England.
Northeast England.
Yeah.
Near Newcastle.
Okay, I don't know that. Yeah. Oh, cool. Welcome.
Thank you very much. We're on tour. So.
Yeah, welcome.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, I wish I could. I wish I could be at the gig tonight, you guys.
No problem.
Good luck. And what kind of music do you play?
Ska.
Oh, okay.
It's called ska.
It's called ska.
It's like reggae, but faster.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A bit of punk in it.
Okay, cool. That's fun. Hi there. And you're part of the band?
I am, I'm afraid, yeah.
Are you the
I'm making a documentary for them.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Would you like to say hi to the Skapones?
Hi, you guys. Hi.
Thank you very much.
This is fun.
It's cool.
It's really cool. I wish I could be at the gig tonight.
Oh, well, we'll see you another time, perhaps.
Maybe another time.
Yeah.
It's been a long day, and as evening falls, some people are in the party spirit already.
I got the merch bag?
And it's night 2 of sharing the bill with the Crombies and Rude Boy George. PJ's Lager House is an interesting venue. It proudly boasts the only record store in Detroit with a liquor license.
All right.
The Ambassador Bridge links Detroit to Canada and is North America's busiest land crossing. The band couldn't resist a quick excursion into Canada. It'll have to be quick though, as they have a gig in Grand Rapids tonight, a 2-hour drive away. A quick stop at an ATM to get some local currency. Mark's keeping us to a tight schedule.
Come on, man. Everyone in the van.
Everyone in. All aboard.
We're in Canada.
We find the nearest mall. A quick bite to eat. And we're heading back to America. Back on the road. And tonight's venue, Founders Brewery in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We're greeted by our host for the evening, manager Melinda.
We're taking care of you guys. Hospitality. Welcome. Come on in. Get yourself set up, whatever you need. They've got the back line here.
And she's keen for us to sample their craft beers.
We have beer menus on the table. Those long white lists are beer menus.
Skapones and Founders Brewery.
Brought a little couple of the same thing. It's a raspberry ale. This is our PR stunt cream ale. The porter. The all-day IPA.
It's 4 p.m. though, and there's a full night ahead. So take it easy, chaps. Careful, Willow. Not sure that's going to help your singing. Our hostess with the mostest makes sure we're fed as well as watered.
Chips and salsa, chips and rock. This is our almost famous beer cheese.
Beer cheese, I'm in for that.
Hummus and olive top.
Oh, hummus, oh my
it's
God.
So fucking good.
Oh my God.
From here.
No combis tonight, but Rude Boy George are with us for the third night running. After a sound check, the Rude Boy George gang are keen to get involved in the video for When It's Gone, It's Gone.
And then we're gonna start with our left leg. All right, here we go.
Yeah, we go.
3, 2, 1. Left foot. 3, 2, 1.
After another long day, it's showtime. It's 6 a.m. on Monday morning, and the band are leaving Detroit. Safe to say, the lack of sleep is starting to show.
Skapones going to LA. Skapones have been in the Midwest. Now LA. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying now. I'm just so fucking tired. So fucking tired. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing.
Luggage packed, and there's so much of it. We're on our way to the airport.
We're looking for Avis.
In a quarter of a mile, turn left.
Luggage unpacked. And there's a little time to chill before our next excursion on Spirit Airlines. Chatty bunch, aren't we? And we're off again. A grueling 4.5-hour flight to Los Angeles. It's lunchtime in LA, and we head to Long Beach. This is our home for the next few days. The magnificent Queen Mary. Built in 1936, she was an ocean-going liner until 1967, where she's been a floating hotel ever since.
Queen Mary.
I remember the crowd you'll only got from vinyl. Remember United in the 79 Cup final. A rally grifter, a rally chopper, and bouncing about on a big space opera. I remember where I was when Lennon got shot. The summer 76, Lord, that was hot. Spangled sweets and a pound of pop, an ice cream van and a lemon top.
After a good night's sleep, on a rare day off, a few of us head across the Pacific Ocean to the beach. And the boys can't resist a chance to film a bit more for the single. Whoopsie!
Well, it's gone, it's gone. If it goes...
I've got it, I'm filming.
They say good things to those who wait, but know what you're waiting for before it's too late. 'Cause once in a while and now and again, the stars will align and your ship will come in. Take a chance on life, though the odds seem long, 'cause you know fine well when it's gone, it's gone.
Time to cool off. It's a hot day, and Mark tries to get me into deep water. In my own time.
It's too easy to do, rather do it bit by bit. Just get to the point where when we kneel down, we're there.
This is lovely.
After a quick dip, Mark is trying Willow's patience. Mark's on the hunt for random strangers to be in a single video. Luckily, we find a lady killing time while her hubby is nursing a sting from a stingray. That's him behind her.
Right, okay. Get ready, 1, 2, 3.
When it's gone, it's gone.
Perfect.
As luck would have it, we bump into Stephen and his wife Kim, who's joined him in the US for the rest of the tour. While the boys take the plunge, not quite Baywatch. Double trouble, eh, Willow? After a full day on Long Beach, it's back to the Queen Mary for dinner. After dinner, Tazy Phillips stops by to do a radio interview with Willow. Tazy hosts a world-renowned weekly radio show on dirtyradio.fm called Ska Parade.
I've been friends with this gentleman on the social media for a number of years.
A lot of that. It's quite a few years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm essentially, 25 miles away from here? And we're at the Queen Mary in Long Beach right now. Hence the music right now.
Yeah, it's not our usual style of music.
Exactly. I heard the dream is there's a couple of members in the Skapones that are huge fans of the Doors, and the Whiskey was, they were like the house band at the Whiskey A Go Go. So just to play at the Whiskey A Go Go and to celebrate, music history, I think it's just it'll be a fun show, and it'll be great, and it'll be at the same place, and you can go dude, we played where the Doors played.
After an early breakfast, the band commandeer part of the ship for more filming for When It's Gone, It's Gone.
Space drop! Tiny bit left, just a tiny bit. That's it. Right, you're all in it.
Yeah, right.
And we've got people in the background, so that's cool.
Nice backdrop, lads.
Lovely, isn't it?
do it again because the flag was locked.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
After Stephen hits the right note, the band head indoors to the smallest room they can find.
Williams, ITN, Los Angeles.
Skapones on the Queen Mary.
Hoping for a number one, boys.
Right. Just flush it. All right. Smash it. You ready? Right. On three. 1, 2, 3. That's a full version.
The band head off to Hollywood, and they're travelling in style.
The northern pass left to rot are the skills and the trades with no hope. Decay and decline cover the slide, echoes of a past you left behind. Can you hear the cries that your southern rise? Can you hear the call to war? 1,000 voices you chose not to hear, 1,000 more instilling fear.
Skapones.
From the left lane to turn left onto Sunset Boulevard, then your destination will be on the right.
The band park up outside the legendary venue. They can't wait to see inside.
That stage is awesome.
It's fun. 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2, 2.
Sound check done, and they go to park their cars. That's the car park on the left, chaps. Not sure where they're heading. Ah, another quick drive past the whiskey. Don't worry, we can wait. cars parked, and Mark and Pamela aren't dodging these difficult questions.
It's awesome, to use an American phrase. Something I've dreamed about for a long time, and you couldn't come to America without playing the whiskey. It's the place to play. If only CBGB's hadn't closed down, you'd have ticked every box. But you'll never tick CBGB, so this is the tick. You've ticked America off once you've done the whiskey. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to come back and play all the places in America just because I've ticked it off now.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah. Yeah, you get the chills as soon as you walk in. It was really kind of hits you in the face. Very exciting. And thanks for inviting me.
No problem.
Thanks for giving me this opportunity.
Thanks for doing it.
What's been your highlight?
Now I'm going to have to say it's playing with Pamela somewhere, isn't it? Because I can't not say that now.
Because I'm sitting right next to you.
You know those 3 gigs we did with Greg? They were absolutely brilliant. And it's sort of gone downhill from no.
I'm sorry, Greg, that I came to LA.
It's...
Okay. Highlight.
I never got to see it.
The highlight? This is going to sound so sappy, but honestly, I think it's getting to know all of you guys.
Is it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, with Rude Boy George at...
Looking forward to the last one at New York.
That's going to be bonkers.
That's going to be bonkers.
That's going to be a good show.
John's coming to it.
I hope so.
So he's going to see you play.
Yeah.
We're going to jump about. That is going to be...
There's going to be a lot of familiar faces at that one, too.
Before showtime, it's off for food in Lemmy's at the Rainbow Bar.
Yeah, bang on the fucking nose.
So, if I use that, Dave's solo.
I think that this has been one of the most exhilarating things I've ever done. And it's been hard, but we didn't expect it to be easy because you don't. You know, you'd be a fool to believe that. And stuff like that, you know. But we could have got by without Pam from Rude Boy George's just out of camera shot, and Greg from the Hub City Stompers, and you know they've stood and done an absolutely fantastic job. You know, and this is what it's all been about. Everything's gone sort of Touchwood's gone really well so far, and we've met some wonderful people, done some wonderful things that we never thought we'd ever get to do. You know, these things probably are once in a lifetime opportunities. You know, because the way the music industry is nowadays, it's all, you know, it's all DIY, isn't it? You know, there's no record companies taking bands around the world anymore and signing bands up, you know, unless you're auto-tuned morons. So, you know, it's been a wonderful thing, and you know, we've had an entourage, and I'm proud of the boys as well because it has been punishing, and you know, they've done so well. We've managed to put it in every night. It's been great being on tour with Rude Boy George and sharing. Just the touring thing it's a sharing thing, and it's a special thing, I think. So it's been wow, absolutely wow. I mean, we had the Whiskey A Go Go in the dressing room upstairs, probably inhabited by a few famous people over the many years. We've got this to do in the fantastic setup downstairs. We've got one more to do. We fly out to New York tomorrow, and then we hit the Kingsland for a big finale. I think. I like to think anyway, because I want the last one to be. I mean, they're all special. You know, this is a Whiskey Go. It's extra special, yes, but for me, it's as good as Harrisburg. It's as good as the Rapids. It's as good as everywhere else, because that's just been a whole been special thing, and I want to finish off in style in New York.
And finally, after a long day, it's showtime at the Whiskey A Go Go. It's another early start. After leaving the Queen Mary at 6:30 a.m, we're heading back to New York. We catch the 9:35 flight out of LAX. We couldn't get a direct flight, so it's a stopover in Chicago. 3.5 hours later, we reach O'Hare. And it's déjà vu.
We've been here before.
Our next flight isn't until 5:30, so there's a couple of hours to kill. Eventually, we're heading to New York. But our tea time flight quickly turns into a night flight. With flying back through 4 time zones, we eventually reach New York at 9 p.m. That's local time. Neil can't stay for the last gig. Before he leaves, the band sign his bass, which will be a surprise gift for our friend Bobby Rubin. We'll reconnect with him tomorrow.
So Bobby, glad to give you the bass, but just to remind you, if we come back to America, keep it good because I want it back for the gigs.
See you back, Nick.
So, we're heading over the Brooklyn Bridge to our final gig at the Kingsland.
Here it comes.
Oh, I love the Brooklyn Bridge. God bless the Brooklyn Bridge.
No.
Replacing Neil for the night is legendary bass player Sal Policetti. His band had a ska hit in the early 80s with Jesus Is a Friend of Mine. Go on, Google it.
Sorry.
Are you serious? Yeah, that's going on with what?
Bobby loves his gift.
Oh, I don't know what to say. Holy mackerel. That's incredible, thank you. No.
A quick sound check.
If I put you guys next year,
Sounding good, boys. And it's more hugs for Sal.
How you gorgeous? How you doing? Oh, let me see. Oh, you too. You ready? Yeah. I've been ready.
Well, it's been great. I had a poor start. Tried to play the outdoor. Dismal failure, really, basically. So I went and bought myself a tenor, and I've just had a blast ever since. Tenor sax is the way to go. Just a mind-blowing day yesterday. You know, got up in LA, had breakfast, flew to Chicago, had lunch, flew to New York and had supper in New York. It's just amazing. Just it's a roller coaster ride, but the highs outweigh the lows, you know, immensely. Who would have thought it of me hiring a Dodge and cruising LA for the afternoon, going up to the Whiskey Go Go, playing in such an iconic venue. And here we are at the curtain close of the whole tour in Kingsland. Great venue. It's a real muso place. Can't wait to finish the tour off in here. So really looking forward to tonight, and here's teased to the next tour.
Well, this is it. This is the last one. Proper music venues. These are the ones I like. Tight, compact, people in your face. It's been an amazing experience as a band. I think it's been good for growth, and I'm sure material might even come out of this, which will be interesting. So yeah, I'd like to thank everybody who's been to the shows, everybody that's taken part, everybody, the boys, you know, Mick on camera, Ruth on camera, everybody on camera, and always Sal as well, of course. There's Sal, Bobby Rubin. It's amazing. It's been a wonderful experience, and yeah, visit New York. It's up to you.
The venue's filling up. Just time for a quick chat with Sal. How did he hook up with the Skapones?
Paul I had contacted, when I heard they were playing in America, and especially going to be in the New York area, I contacted Paul because I live in upstate New York. I'm only a couple of hours from here. And I said, look, when you guys are going to come, I'll come to see the show. If there's anything you guys need, I said, let me know because I live here. And then about maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago, he emailed me and says, look, we're doing this gig in Brooklyn, which he knew I knew, and our bass player can't make it. Would you like to play with us? Are you kidding? Absolutely. I mean, the first year I was at the festival, I don't know if the Skapones didn't exist or they didn't play, but then the second year I was there, they played. I said, wow, look at that, Paul's got a band. And they were great, loved them. Last year we went, loved them. So the opportunity to play with these guys, they say it's an honor for them. It's an honor for me. It really is, to play with a real ska band.
And for the final time, let's raise the roof.
Hello, Brooklyn! This is the last day of our US tour. It's been a wonderful experience. But I'll tell you what, I'm fucking knackered. Your country's fucking big, innit? I was gonna get a bike. No chance. You gotta make your choice, find your voice, raise your hand and make some Good night, God bless.
For me, it was like you say, you don't know what to expect. So you go there with a bit of trepidation, but for me, it was better than I ever imagined. Logistics were great. This last down to him, nobody else, and which made life easier. If it could have all gone wrong, but it never. Every step was right, and the gigs were great. They were playing, the Whiskey at Go-Go, the gig at Brooklyn. Yeah,
it was grueling though.
Oh, it was fucking hard work.
Grueling.
It was hard work, right? It was, it's grueling for 18-year-old kids, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we're not. We're just a little bit over age of 18 now, so.
It was hard work, and I could have done with a holiday afterwards.
You did a holiday, get with the holiday.
What holiday? We didn't have a holiday. It was a proper working holiday.
We went in on the correct visas and everything.
Yes. We didn't sneak or lie or cheat or anything.
I didn't lie to the United States Customs in any shape, way or form. Well, yours, I don't know.
Craziest thing.
I think one of the craziest things was the sax solo on in an aeroplane at 37,000 feet. I think.
That was just surreal. Everybody on the plane.
You wouldn't get that in England.
Yeah, everybody on the plane in front of the camera, slunk down below the seats, holding the phones up for videoing, and there was just a sea of phones behind the camera.
People smiling and laughing,
Yeah, they must have thought we were famous or something. On the Queen Mary in the morning, and just watching the sun coming up over Long Beach, and you're just thinking, how the fuck did I get to Long Beach?
We said this a few times. It's like we went to the Whiskey at Go-Go, and I looked up, and of course when the sun was going down, your name's popped up in lights, and I'm like, I think I said to you, I think it was, and or somebody else, I can't remember. I said, you see a bunch of fucking old men from the North East. What the fuck are we doing here? Do you know what's all this about? But
we spent a fortnight doing what we enjoy, experiencing new things, experiencing it with people that we really enjoyed. Great company, great fun. The whole trip was.
The people made the difference as well. Because it's like anything else, you know. I mean, nobody ever really got touchy until the end, and that was my fault. Really sorry about that.
You were the touchy one.
I'm the touchy one. Mark's going, calm down.
Yes.
Right. Or you can get your own fucking Uber. Yeah, you told me to get my own Uber. What's that about? But anyway, so yeah, but you know, it was just a magical experience.
Yeah.
I mean, looking back at it now, we're thinking, wow. But then it was like, it was hard work. You know, you drive for 4 hours to a gig. You do your gig, so you're setting up. You're around doing stuff for quite a long time. You drive the 4 hours back. I stopped talking to you for 4 hours, remember? And then when I woke up, I started the conversation again.
I thought he's a miserable git. I said, he normally talks to Mark when he's driving.
That's because I'm riveting conversation. You know. Yeah, I was coming up with ideas.
Can I just put that straight now that he's more riveting than you are? Right. He's the director.
Oh yes, the director. Yes. The American musicians who covered for us are massive debt of gratitude to them. They were brilliant.
And the one thing I will say is
they were more than adequate.
I'm not even going to say it, not on film. Greg, right?
He said you were more than adequate.
He was brilliant.
Yes, but you said more than adequate.
That was just a throwaway comment.
Yeah, you did a throwaway comment about Greg. I thought Greg was awesome. Pamela was brilliant as well. I kept putting Pamela off by dancing.
We were both tried.
Yeah.
But you can't face her.
Yeah, but definitely do it again. Definitely. Yeah. And again.
Again.
And again.
And again.
And again.
And again.
65-year-old still going over to America every year. But Norwegian Airlines, if you change the plane again and mess around with our seats, will not be flying
ashtrays on an aeroplane.
They don't make
I don't like flying.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. So when I see an ashtray in an airplane, I think, how old is this fucking bucket? But I'm 37,000 feet in the air. When I win 700 miles an hour.
When I book it to fly on a Dreamliner, I expect to fly on a Dreamliner, not a biplane that was made in Spain in 1937. Norwegian Airlines,
38.
get your act together. Take a leaf out of Spirit Airlines, which were fantastic. Take a leaf out of their book and do it properly.
Hold on.
Make wise choices, the ones that make sense. Don't mess about, just sit on the fence. You don't know what you've got until it's gone. To rub it in unaware I went wrong. Time is eternal, it keeps marching on. Make the most of yours when it's gone, it's gone. Cause when it's gone, it's gone. Cause when it's gone, it's gone. Cause when it's gone, it's gone.